Hello sir, I make one explanation video to explain all the layouts and the video to help you understand more about the process. Okay, first we see this is the layout of the blood collection needle assembly machine, and it begins here. From the begin here to the load hub. I will show this also in the video. Okay, you see, okay, here begins the year. Your workers put the strips, and it will go automatically. Okay, for this station, this is the needle hubs. You can see here, the needle hubs by vibration here, and go to these sliding ways. It will load one to one to this strip. This is loaded hub. Okay, this is this red button. We call this emergency button. If your workers, for example, something falls down here, your workers can press the button, and the strips will stop. Or when you solve these problems, you release this button, it will work. So this emergency button is used when there is some emergency. After the hub loading, we go to the needle loading to load the needle cannula. Okay, this is the needle cannula lifting plate, and it will lift the cannula one. And by there is the vacuum function. They will absorb this needle cannula, and then the needle cannula will be loaded to the hub. There is the hub, and the vacuum here will suck the needle cannula and load to this place. Okay, these two stations from here, and this is the hub loading, load the hub. After the hub loading, it goes to this, and there is the emergency button here. We go to here, and then the strips go to this, is to load the needle. And for different needle cannula sizes, you could see, let me back again. For different needle size, there, for the needle lifting plate here, we will prepare some different sets of all these simple plates. For one size simple plates, it will be suitable for one or two sizes, like as many of our customers choose to do 21 gauge or 23 gauge. So 21 gauge and 23 gauge can be on the same cannula lifting plate here. So if you want to do, for example, 25 gauge, so your engineers will need to change this simple plate, but it will all be used for this station. So this station is applicable for different sizes, and the sizes is according to your choice. Like normally it is 21 gauge, 23 gauge, but you can have your own requirements, and we will design this cannula lifting plate according to your choice. Okay, After the hub loading and the needle loading, it will go here for the glue loading. This glue now we use is in the video, it is epoxy, and epoxy need the heat to make it dry. So the drying oven you could see here is very long. But as you choose to do, some of our customers choose to use UV glue. UV glue is also here, but the UV drying oven is very smaller, it's shorter. So if you use UV glue, all the frame will be differently because UV drying oven is short and our machine frame will design accordingly. So if you use UV, it will be a little different for the dimension and layout, but the price for us is almost the same. It is according to you, as I have made the explanations that the epoxy it needs to the long dry oven, and also the epoxy is white. It is white, but for some customers, UV is transparent, and UV is quick. So they choose to use UV, but UV glue cost is higher than epoxy cost. So the needle, when you sell the needles to your customers, then if the needle is with UV glue, your cost may increase, so your price may not be so good. So it according to your company's plan. I just want to explain it. We have two kinds. One is for the epoxy and one is for UV. And in this video and this layout, it is epoxy. Okay, we go to the glue station to see the video. This is the glue disc. The glue disc will rotating like this, rotating, you can see. Rotating, and it will move oven to apply the glue to the needle cannula, to all of this needle cannula. After the glue is applied, there will be the dry oven. And as this machine in our factory is for the test running, the dry oven is too large to carry upstairs. So the dry oven we do not take there. Actually, this should be the drying oven. Okay, here is after the drying oven. I will show you. Before this is needle loading, and the glue is applied here. After glue, it goes into the drying oven, and after it is dried, it goes to here to have the needle cannula check. Now in the video, it is begins here to have the check. Okay, we pause there. So you can see first the needles the jigs have two lines. One line is empty and one line is with needle. So first the needle will go load to this line, and this station is to make the block check. The block check means the air will blow in the needle cannula. If it is blocked in the needle cannula, the sensor will not sense some air blow out. So this needle will be marked as unqualified. So first it will grabs all these line needles to this line to make the block check. Change the position first. And here, after changing the position, it will make the block check. This is the sensor to blow air 1 to 1 and to check the air blowing data. If some one of it is blocked, it will be marked, and the needle will be auto-rejected as the unqualified products later. After this block check, it will go to the CCD check. The CCD, this is the inspection stations. First is block check, and then is cameras check, and this is 3 cameras for the reversed needle check. The reversed needle means, for the blood collection needle, there are 2 ends. One end will go into human body, and the other end will be load the sleeve, and then go to the blood collection tube. So these 3 cameras is to check if these 2 ends are upside down, because their bevel is different. So this next is to check the reversed needle. And there is also 1 camera to check the burst. The burst means the tip damage, like if the tip is not okay, it is damaged. So it will also be marked unqualified. We see the video. Okay, here are 3 cameras. 1, 2, 4. These 3 cameras is to check in all direction, to check the needle bevel, to check if it is upside down. And this one camera is to check the tips, needle damaged tips. If the tip is damaged, it will also check. All the data of the checking will shoot on the computer, and your engineers can also check the data. Like if the squirrel is 40 is okay, and 30 means the tip is damaged, so your workers can also see which cannula, how many pieces of them, like this. And also here, this is also 1 camera. So in this layout, normally we have camera for reversed needle check and the burst check. But for some customers, they choose to add the camera to the glue check. And the glue check is to say if the glue is no glue there, if the glue has been applied to the needle appropriately. So it is also according to your choice. Like if you want to add the camera to check the glue, we can also add. If you think no need to add the camera to burst check and no need to add the camera to reverse needle check, we can also do not include this in, and our machine cost is also will reduced by this, because your camera checking the inspection stations are 1 large cost for all the machines. So normally, I say again, normally we have the reversed needle and burst check. Sometimes customers will also have the glue check. It is according to you. And then after all the checking, the data will be remembered for the unqualified products. It will first make the silicone oil. This is a siliconization. Here, needle will be clamped and go down. There will be the silicone oil tank. We can see here. This is the silicone oil tank, and the height can be changed according to your needle size, like 1 inch or 1.5 inch. The silicone oil can be different. And this is to blow air. So after silicone oil is applied, the air will blow to ensure that there is no remnant of the silicone oil in the inner wall of the tube needle cannula. After the silicone oil, it will go to this. This is auto rejection. So unqualified products marked before for the blue check and for the camera check and for the glue check, etc. All the unqualified products will be marked by the computer. There are two computers to mark the unqualified products. This is unqualified, you could see it is red now. It is for the glue check. After the, okay, we go back. Yes, here. The computer will remember all the unqualified data and will make auto rejection here. So from layout is here. First block check and then camera check. After this, the silicone oil, this station, the 8 apply silicone oil, and then we go to the 9 auto reject 1-to-1. The needle will be auto rejected if it is unqualified. So here we'll go. Please remember this for this line. All of from here, begin here, all of this line. Here this is one line. From 1 we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. This is one cycle. This is only for the lower side of the needle cannula. That means this side, the first cycle, this needle side direction is going to human body. This is going to go human body. So for the needle cannula side, which one will go into body, human body, the checking is more accurate and it is according to customers' needs. Many customers choose to add more inspection stations to this end because this needle side will go into human body. Okay, now we have gone to 9. Auto reject 1-to-1 will go to 10. Load the lower cap. This here goes from after the auto rejected. It means this side goes this side. And to load the lower cap. This is for the lower cap loading. Before the cap loading, there will be one sensor. The sensor will remember the data, like if there is no needles here, because it is unqualified and auto-rejected before by the auto-reject station. So the cap will not load to this position. The sensor will remember this data. This cap loading is the same function, working theory like the hub loading, to make the vibration and the load. And this is the cap pressing, to press the cap to increase the assembly quality. This station is the connection for 2 working cycles. For this cycle, I will show you. For this cycle, it is for the one needle side, one needle direction, and then the needle will be put upside down to another cycle. So this cycle will go to 13, 14 here, and then ended from this finished products will go there. So this station is to connect these 2 big cycles. The needles for this cycle will put into this cycle for different strips, different jigs. You could see, and this is the other side this is the other side for the needle to enter into the blood collection tube, not human body. After it is siliconized. The silicone oil station is the same like the before silicone oil station. After this, it will go to for the rubber, what we also call sleeve, for the sleeve load. This is the sleeve loading. Here. The first time it will just load to the needle cannula. After this, this station will press the sleeve to assemble wheel to the right position. It will press again here. Okay, here is the cycle. First, put the needle upside down and go into another cycle. This is to apply silicone oil. Here is load the rubber cap, the sleeve, and go to press the rubber cap, press for several times, and go to the check. This also for this station, the 16 cameras for the check breakage or abnormal assembling of the rubber cap. This is also optional by your choice. This position is for the sleeve check to check the assembly quality of this sleeve. This station is also optional because for some customers, they do not need the camera check. They just take one worker here and the worker will check. So they refuse to use this. And this according to your choice. Okay. You could see the data here. If it is assembled well or not on the computer. After CCD checking, here is also the auto rejection. So if some products is unqualified, like the sleeve is broken and it does not check in the right position, so the unqualified data will be remembered here and it will make auto rejection here. First, this is the checking, and then it will be auto-rejected. After the auto-rejected, they will load the other side, the cap. This is to load the cap. You could see here if there does not three caps are short, no cap, no cap, and no cap. This is because the needle, the jigs, maybe the needle for this position is auto-rejected before, so the data will remembered. There is the sensor and will sense this data will be remembered when load the cap. The cap will not load it to empty part. This will reduce the loss of the cap. Like here, there is no needle. Maybe this needle is auto-rejected before, so the cap will not load it to the empty part. It is pressed here, press the cap. After this, it is finished. Products are finished. And the jig will go on to go the next cycle. Go the next cycle from here. So the video is gone. It's finished. First, I will make this again. First, I will begin here. Load the hub, and load the needle, the glue. From this, and after join oven, from this 5 block check is to check the needle cannula, and this camera checking is for the needle side, which end will go into human body. Siliconize, make the auto rejection, load the cap. Here is to change the direction of the needle. This end is to enter into the blood catching tube. Apply silicone oil and load the rubber cap. Check the rubber cap and load another end cap. Press the cap, finished. So our process is like this. And the different needle cannula sizes will be load on the same load the needle station, so we can do different sizes of the needle cannulas. But this does not mean we can do the different sizes of the needles. I mean just the needle cannula is different, that's okay. But we should we do again here. The hubs must be the same. For different gauges, I understand the hole in the hub may be different, but the outer diameter of the hub must be the same, because you see our jigs are made according to the hubs. So if you change your hub diameter, the jig needs to be changed, and also this sliding way is designed according to the outer diameter. This sliding way also needs to change, and many things will be changed. So the only difference you can check is for here. The only thing you can change is for the needle cannula size. For the needle cannula, 21 gauge, 22 gauge, 23 gauge is okay. And the length can be different, like 1 inch or 1.5 inch. But the cap and the needle hub must be the same outer diameter. Okay, that's all. Thank you.